I'm Stephanie Irvin. I work for Growing Communities and I'm the Patchwork Farm Coordinator. We received a grant of just under £125,000 from Local Food. Growing Communities is trying to change our damaging food system by finding sustainable ways of feeding people in the city. And one of the ways we want to do that is to encourage new growers who can actually earn a living through growing food in the city. We are creating employment in a borough with high unemployment. We're also helping to create a number of other food-related enterprises, and we're developing the local market for locally grown food. Apart from the 3 members of staff who are paid through the project, we have 12 patchwork farmers and soon to be 16 who are all earning an income from growing food. And then because of the experience and the confidence and the networking they receive through the Patchwork Farm, they've all gone on to get other work. The grant has allowed us to train twice as many apprentices as we would have otherwise. It's also allowed us to find our sites and to get the lease agreements, because it can take a long time, a lot of negotiating with landowners. So without someone paid to do that job, we would never have the 9 sites that we have. It's also allowed us to take on quite difficult sites, ones that need a lot of clearing, because we've had the budget to pay for skips, for example, and it has allowed us to buy a greenhouse for propagating.
I'm Baron Aldridge and I'm the organisational coordinator at Growing Well. We're a mental health charity and organic growing organisation. We received about £148,000 from Local Food about 3.5 years ago. Growing Well's a farm-based mental health charity. We're a wellbeing organisation. We engage local people in the growing of organic produce on 6 acres of the farm for the supply of about 100 local families through a community-supported agriculture scheme. We educate local school children about food and well-being and growing, and we train people in horticulture as well. So we're a very busy well-being centre, I suppose, on a farm, and we run ourselves as a commercial organic growing company. Our share scheme means that we're now selling our produce directly to local people, so we hear from them, we meet them, we feed them, they enjoy what we do, we enjoy the feedback, and it means our participants get really engaged. And so it's the difference between someone being socially isolated and very socially included when they work with us. The local food funding has really helped us turn ourselves from a small mental health charity to a really vibrant community organisation. So we now have school groups. You can hear there's one in the background today. We have local people training in horticulture. We have 30 to 40 people every week coming to work on the farm as part of their recovery process. And it's made Growing Well a really vibrant place for people to recover from a mental health issue and to not feel isolated.
My name is Simon Platten. I work for Tamar Local on the Growing the Valley project, and we were awarded £101,649. Our project essentially involves establishing and supporting a network of local food projects and creating a resilient local food system. Our impact has been encouraging new entrants into food production and making it economic to get involved in small-scale horticulture. Producers are now supplying each other, and people who were consumers are now going into commercial production. The impact is people are consuming more local food, and there's a definite energy now towards more local food markets, more local food availability, and of trying to source things from your neighbours and from your local environment. The local food grant has been invaluable because it's allowed us to have a full-time member of staff. Prior to the local food funding, Tamar Local was run by volunteers. The funding has also allowed us to develop projects which has in turn allowed us to create revenue streams which are enabling us to employ 2 further members of staff, which has provided continuity in terms of contact and project development, but also a strategic overview of the projects.